At 80 years old, Tom Selleck, the towering star whose rugged charm and quiet strength made him a household name through Magnum P.I. and later Blue Bloods, has finally admitted something so personal and so unexpected that it left fans rethinking everything they thought they knew about the man behind the mustache, confessing, in his own words, that there was only one person who could do that to me. A revelation that hints at a deeper, more vulnerable side of the actor who spent decades portraying characters who seemed untouchable. While Selleck's career has long been defined by confidence and control, his latest confession shows that even the strongest icons have moments where someone else holds a unique kind of power over them. And he did not shy away from revealing that this individual, though rarely spoken about in public, shaped him in ways both profound and irreversible. Those close to Selleck suggest that his words carry layers of meaning. Some hear the echo of his past loves, including the long and complicated chapters of his personal relationships, while others believe he is speaking of a mentor, a figure in his life who challenged him, humbled him, and brought out emotions that no director, co-star, or critic ever could. Whatever the case, the honesty in Selleck's tone makes it clear that this wasn't a passing remark, but the culmination of decades of reflection, the kind of statement that comes only with age, perspective, and a willingness to finally be seen not just as a star, but as a man. His career, spanning more than 5 decades, has often been marked by roles that required him to project unwavering toughness. The unshakable detective, the family patriarch, the man everyone turned to when the world seemed uncertain. Yet his latest confession shows that behind the facade of control, there was always a side of him that was shaped, moved, and even undone by someone else's influence. Selleck explained that he had always guarded his private life fiercely, keeping fans at a distance and refusing to let Hollywood's intrusive spotlight define who he really was, but with time he realized that withholding everything also meant hiding the lessons, the heartbreaks, and the truths that made him the person he is today. At 80, he no longer feels the need to hide, and in finally admitting that only one person could do that to me, he acknowledges both the depth of his own humanity and the power of connection, whether romantic, familial, or otherwise, to change even the strongest among us. For fans, hearing this confession is bittersweet, because it reminds them that behind the glamour of red carpets and the safety of scripted lines, there is a man who has lived a life of triumphs but also of deep private battles. A man who has lost friends, endured loneliness, and wrestled with the difficult choices of balancing career and family, and who now stands at the twilight of his journey with nothing left to prove. Tom Selleck's revelation is not about scandal or shock, but about truth. The kind of truth that resonates because it is so rare in Hollywood, where vulnerability is often buried beneath image. Instead, it is the admission of a man who has lived long enough to realize that legacy is not just about the roles you played, but the relationships that shaped you. The people who could reach past the armor and touch the most guarded parts of your soul. And in the end, fans will remember his words not as weakness, but as a rare glimpse into the heart of a legend.